For months, Eli trained tirelessly in the heart of the Thunder Forest. Under the watchful eye of Master Raiden, the air crackled not just with natural storms, but with the power Eli was learning to command. He had finally mastered the art of summoning lightning with a single thought, bending its raw energy to his will with nothing more than his breath. The crackle of electricity was no longer a sound of fear, but a familiar hum, a part of him. But just as a quiet pride began to settle in his chest, a chilling presence fell over the forest. A colossal shadow, darker than the deepest night, emerged from the tree line. It was the shadow creature, a monstrous being that gorged itself on the very essence of storms, and it had been drawn to the power radiating from Eli. The vibrant green canopy of the forest was instantly plunged into twilight as the sky above turned. A sickly, dark purple thunder, once a tool for Eli, now rumbled with a menacing, warlike beat. It was the creature's herald. Master Raiden stood beside Eli, his expression as serene as a calm sea, yet his voice carried the weight of a coming tempest. "Eli," he said, his words cutting through the growing chaos, "the time has come. Now, you must prove that lightning is not a weapon of destruction, but a shield for protection." His master's words solidified something within him. This was not just a test of power, but a test of purpose. Eli clenched his fists, and a torrent of brilliant blue sparks erupted around his body, dancing like a swarm of fireflies. He was a beacon of light against the encroaching darkness. The shadow creature let out a deafening roar, a sound that seemed to tear at the fabric of reality itself, and unleashed a wave of pure, dark energy that consumed everything it touched. But Eli was no longer the boy who would have frozen in terror. He sprang into the air, his movements fluid and precise. With a graceful sweep of his hand, he traced a glowing circle in the air, a perfect arc of incandescent energy. From this circle, a spear of pure lightning materialized, not jagged and wild, but focused, controlled, and swirling with the contained fury of a hurricane. He became a living meteor, descending from the darkened sky like a streak of pure, white light, with a warrior's cry that echoed the thunder above. He thrust the spear directly into the creature's core. The impact was cataclysmic. A silent, blinding explosion of light and energy erupted, shaking the very foundations of the forest. The roar of the thunder was no longer a threat, but a triumphant symphony accompanying the blast. For a moment, the world was nothing but white-hot intensity. When the light finally receded and the smoke began to clear, Eli was on one knee, his chest heaving as he gasped for breath. He was exhausted, but as he looked up, his eyes shone with an unshakable, brilliant blue glow of determination. Master Raiden walked slowly through the clearing, the ground scorched and steaming around him. A gentle, proud smile touched his lips as he looked at his student. He placed a hand on Ellie's shoulder. "Now you understand," he said softly, his voice filled with warmth. "True power doesn't come from the lightning you command. It comes from the heart that dares to face its deepest fears." In that moment, something fundamental shifted within Eli. The last vestiges of the frightened boy who had stumbled into the forest were burned away in the light of his victory. He rose to his feet, no longer just a student, but a protector. He had become the guardian of the storm, the first and truest warrior of the skies. Thank you so much for joining us on this part of Ellie's journey. His adventure is just beginning, and we can't wait to share what comes next. If you enjoyed the story, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss a single moment. We'll see you in the next chapter.